And we are back. We're talking to 6 amazing women about their businesses, and we're covering some of the major issues across our nation and across the world. You know what? I'm just wondering, we get a report card on Mr. Obama every day. So what do you ladies think? What is he doing?
Well, I've talked to some friends that are in Rome and all over the world, and they are just astounded by his actions. They say that he has it going on over there.
He has it going on over there.
Well known and popular, and has opened up the doors for them to do business lucratively.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's interesting. And then while you're talking about his report card, how do you feel about these polls that are being taken? Because depending on where you are looking, Stephanie's giving me this look like, you know, the poll comes here and then there's another poll next week. And, you know, can we just do our own poll?
Polling is interesting because it's the way they ask the questions.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
All right.
You have
Okay.
loaded questions that can provide loaded answers. And if you want to answer a certain way, you ask a question a certain way.
Like what? Give us an example.
Last week, I got a call from one of our state representatives who was asking about health care. And all of the questions they asked was designed for you to say no.
Oh,
The options were not geared to a positive answer to health care reform.
I see.
Interesting.
That's
Your voice is
interesting.
not heard.
Well, you know, at least you're getting a phone call. I don't get a phone call.
Yeah,
Is
I
anybody
know.
getting a phone
No,
call?
I got an email.
You got an email?
From Pete Sessions, absolutely.
I'm getting phone calls from research centers. So for some reason, I'm at a
You're on the
database.
list.
I'm a
Is
database.
anybody else on the list?
I'm getting online solicitations and
Really?
polls to fill out.
So what do you
online.
think? How is Mr. Obama doing? How is the Obama administration doing, in your opinion?
I think he's doing very well. He's taking a very aggressive approach for transforming the nation, and of course, anytime you approach anything aggressively and as rapidly as he is, there's going to be a lot of change and a lot of bucking the system. But I think abroad, as she had mentioned, people are looking back and seeing a rapid change taking place in such a short period of time. And for business as the way it was before, that's a little jarring for a lot of people. But if we just, I think instead of rating him in a report card, if we sit back and make like a praise list, what things has he done so far in those 100 days that has benefited us?
And that's a good point, 100 days.
Yeah, speaking out for women,
In such a short period of
empowering
time.
people
Exactly.
to control their destiny as far as jobs. There's a lot of good things that he's doing in such a short period of time.
Are we being biased because we're African American women?
No.
Okay.
We gave George Bush 8 years. We
8
gave
years
him
is
carte
right.
blanche.
Exactly.
And initially, when you would say something against his administration, you're not a patriot. So they're saying all kind of stuff about Barack, and you know he's not American and all this kind of stuff. What happened to it being unpatriotic to criticize the government?
Right.
That is a good point.
That is a very good point.
Very good point.
I think
One
we
of the
need to
things
give
I
him a
want about it, I was listening to talk radio on yesterday evening, and I think it's just really phenomenal that we have this opportunity that we can listen to see how the white wing people, the Republicans, really nitpick. And as you stated, they point out the negative versus the positive, but the fact that they were talking about how much money he has spent in order that puts us further in a deficit. And as I was listening to that, my mindset went to George Bush messed it up from the beginning. And you got to go in there to do something to begin to turn it around. So I think it's very unfair for them to give a negative report card on what he's doing when he's trying to make things better, in which the policies that he has put in place has jump-started the economy, and it's moving in a very positive direction.
And your businesses, have you seen a change?
No.
Not yet. I'm just
Okay.
going to say not
All
yet,
right, not
because
yet.
it has to filter down.
I've seen it because I'm in healthcare.
Oh,
So I
okay.
have seen a change.
That makes
And
sense.
I see a lot of people coming in, women especially, because I'm in OBGYN specialty, particularly, but coming in with hope, asking questions. What do you think about the health
That's
care?
good.
They're hopeful that they will have the insurance that's needed, better health care, the future of their children will be better. So there's a sense of hope, and I've seen a change that they're looking into it, and for the first time, women aren't just being quiet about it.
Well,
They're talking.
final question on this subject. Do you think we as Democrats that put the person into office is being supportive of the person now that is there?
No.
No.
Okay.
We need to be more vocal.
Yeah.
If you support the administration, people should write letters, should email their congressmen, their representatives in the White House and let them know what's going on, and that you do offer the support. because what you're getting in the news coverage are a small group of people who are hijacking the healthcare town hall meetings. They hijack the news.
Hijacking, that's a real
It's a strong word.
Yeah, that's a
But
good
if-
word, though.
But, and they've done a great job as media strategists. I'm very proud of
Yes.
the way that they did that. But we also need to provide that same sort of strategy in support. For whatever you support, you need to stand up and say so,
Okay.
and stop being quiet about it. I will say this about President Obama's administration. He has laid out the principles that America stands on, and that is what he's doing, and that takes time.
Good point.
When he says we will not be a nation of hate, we will not be a nation of terrorists, we will provide equal rights even for people who have done the wrong thing. That's an important step that America continues to say. He will not support the waterboarding and all these other issues that we always
Part of the
said
last
during
administration.
last administration, but we've always said as an American country, we will not do. And what he's saying to America is, let's go back to what we said. Hold up our principles, be strong with who we are, and then the rest of the stuff we can work out. So if we are a nation who care about people, we will provide health care. We will provide jobs. We will provide training, so he's added money for training and all the different
That's
things.
right.
And we'll provide income so that you can then make a good living. Because America is about being successful, but you need the tools to do so.
And another thing I wanted to add is that we have to go past just putting him in office at the White House. We have to continue voting, even here locally. There's bills that are being passed that are hurting us, and we need to self-educate ourselves. Go online, read on the current bills that they have that are pending. Go to your city council office, just to find out as much as you can as far as where our votes really count, because it has to go beyond just the White House.
That's right.
Yes, that's a start in Texas, and Texas, we do need help down here. You know what? We're gonna continue this conversation. I need to end this segment of Esther Davis and 600 Pearls. You don't wanna miss part 2. So, what I'll say is one of my favorite things to say. You really are the greatest audience in the world. I know you're enjoying these women. Don't go away. Make sure you tune in to part 2. And we'll be back next week. Thank you very much.